Hi everybody, it's Gene, and today I'm going to show you my roots. They're right here in this record case. Yeah, the records that started it all for me. When I was about 6, 7, 8 years old maybe, I found some of my mom's old records and started listening to them over and over and over, and that's what started my love of music. I call it roots because it's my roots. It's what I'll first listen to, and everything after that it all grew from these records back then. So I'm going to take a look at them here and talk about them a little bit and show you my roots. So stand by. Okay. This, of course, my favorite song of all time, Lloyd Price, Have You Ever Had the Blues? And this is the original record that my mom had all those years ago. And, of course, Personalities on that side. I love both the songs, but my favorite song of all time, there it is, Have You Ever Had the Blues? I love Lloyd Price. Later on, I bought another. This looks familiar. This is another copy I bought later on. After I got older, I bought a brand new copy. And it's got the sleeve, just like my background on my wall of music channel has a picture just like this of the record and the sleeve. But that's my new copy. Here's an interesting, where were you on my wedding day? Kind of messed up there. And there's the other side of it. It's funny, the hole is, for whatever reason, the hole in this one is too big. It don't really fit on a spindle. That's what they used to call them, if you know what that is. But I wrote 1973 song number 10. When I was a young kid, I used to have a pretend radio station and used to play these records and pretend I had a radio station. And then I have this, I bought this later on, Lloyd Price, Just Because. And then I have another Lloyd Price, I'm Gonna Get Married. These I bought later on. And I have a new copy of Where Were You on Our Wedding Day. This got the Larks on the other side. Then I have Stagger Lee. That's the copy I bought later on. That Personality on the other side. Then we come to probably my second favorite song, You Can't Sit Down, Part 1 and 2. This is the old original scratchy 45. Song number 1. And there's Part 2. Part 2 made the top 40. Part 1 never did. I don't know why. But an excellent instrumental. And there's a new copy I bought later on. You Can't Sit Down. 1 and 2. I got that. A lot of these I tried to find them when I grew up, when I got older. And then we got a great, I loved this when I was a kid, I still love it now, Frank Gallup, Got a Match, and I Beg Your Pardon. There's a guy on YouTube, what's his name? He uses his name now, Noah Bangs. I don't remember what his channel was before, but he uses his name now, Noah Bangs. And he did I think a Seinfeld clip, and he used part of Got a Match, so I sent him a request. I said, why don't you post the whole song? So he did, and he put it on there that he did it for me, which was nice. I really appreciate that. And then I asked him about the other side, I Beg Your Pardon, and I think he bought the record especially to put that up there for me, and I've always appreciated that. That was a couple of years ago, I guess now. But you know, I requested that, and I think he had to buy the record to post this song. So Noah Bangs, I give you a shout out. Haven't heard from him for a long time. That's been about 2 years ago. That was really nice of him to do for me. And that's a new 45. I got a match. And this has got, I don't know, Only You by whoever that is. F. Porcell. I don't know who that is. Then we come to somebody else I really love. Little Richard. Keep a Knockin'. Song number 2 on my pretend radio station. And then we have one of my mom's all-time favorites, Lucille. Give me some loving on the other side. Then Babyface. That one's kind of messed up. And then we got Bobby Darin. Love Bobby Darin. Mac the Knife. That's a newer 45. I don't know if Mom ever had the original. This is the one I remember her having. But she loved Bobby Darin. I do too. Then one of her other all-time favorites, Splish Splash. That's another one that's not really an original. That's not the original 45, but these are the ones except for the ones I bought later, these are all the original records that I listened to when I was a kid. This is what started my love of music. This is a good one. That is Dream Lover by Bobby Darin. And that's what the other side, Bull Moose on the other side. But what happened is, when I was a kid, I would wash the records, like with a, I don't know what I used, some kind of rag or something, just washed them. Try to make them sound better, because they were all old and scratchy. But I loved them anyway. But I washed them so much that the labels came off of the records. So this one, the whole thing was gone, so I had to rewrite the name of the song on there. So that's why that's like that, because I was trying to clean them up, and I was washing them a lot. So, and then we got Tall Story, Bobby Darin. That one kind of come off. I had to rewrite some of it. And Clementine on the other side. And there's another one of Mom's favorites, and I love it too. Boney Maroney, Larry Williams. And You Bug Me Baby. I love that song too. Most of these songs are in my Roots playlist. That's one of the first playlists I ever made on my channel. And like I said, that's where my love started, so that was a good place to start. There's Hank Ballard and the Midnighters. Let's Go, Let's Go, Let's Go. I love that song. The video I have in my playlist, the record they play looks all, exactly like this one. Old scratchy 45. But I love them. Like I said, I'd play these records over and over and over and over. And later on, the music that I liked after I discovered these, I could understand how my love went back to these records. Like the Beatles and a lot of other artists. I could understand why I love the Beatles so much. It kind of goes back to what I liked originally, which was these. This is Neil Sedaka and No Vacancy. That's another old scratchy one. And here's a song that came out in the late 60s, but I don't know why we had it, but I found it and I love it. Don't know much about him. Warner Mac, Leave My Dream Alone. I found the video not too long ago and put it in my playlist. But I guess it's really country. I love it. I love the country song of this. That's one of the things my mom, her favorite artists were Elvis and Hank Williams Sr. So I listen to a lot of Elvis and a lot of Hank Williams. So I've never been a big country fan, but there are some country songs that I really like. So that was Warner Mac. I think they come out in the late 60s. I guess she bought that then. I guess that was about the time that I started listening to these records. About 67, 68 maybe. I was only 4 or 5, I guess. Anyway, The Glory of Love by Al Martino. That came out in the late 60s, I guess, but found this at 45 and I really liked it. Interesting story about this. I was looking through these records, I think the day before Memorial Day. It was on a Sunday. And I'd forgotten about this song and this record. And the next day, I went out and bought Paul McCartney's new album, Kisses on the Bottom. And guess what song's on that album? The Glory of Love. So I thought, wow. And I'd forgotten all about that song. And I found the 45 the night before I looked through these. And then the very next day, I see Paul McCartney's album. I bought Paul McCartney's album, and he does The Glory of Love on that album. So I thought, that's kind of weird, you know, kind of a coincidence or whatever. I hadn't thought about that song forever, and then it's on Paul's album. This is Summertime, 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 the Jamies. I love that song. This is not the original. They re-released this in '74, but I had listened to it before, and for some reason they re-released it in '74, and I bought it then when I was buying all my hundreds of other records, 45s. Don't know whatever happened to the original, but I have that one. And then we have Jerry Lee Lewis, Dad's favorite rock and roll artist. I used this for the video I did for him. A whole lot of shaking going on, and It'll Be Me. This is a newer copy. And then let's see what else I have left in here. School Days, Chuck Berry. I bought that later on in Memphis. And here's an interesting, these don't have any sleeves. I Can't Stop Loving You, Ray Charles. One thing I remember when I was a child, on Sunday nights there used to be an Italian restaurant near where we lived. And me and my dad, my grandma and me, the four of us would go out to dinner at this restaurant, at this Italian restaurant. And that's when I first remember I discovered the jukebox. They had a jukebox there. And I think it was like you could play a song for a dime, or I think you could get 3 songs for a quarter and whatever. But I started, you know, I'd want money just to play the jukebox. I just pushed buttons. I didn't know what I was playing. And as I got older, a little older, then I could figure it out. And my mom always loved this song, Ray Charles, I Can't Stop Loving You. So whenever I'd play the jukebox, I'd always make sure to play this one for her. So, and that brings back a lot of memories, you know, going to that restaurant. We go on Sunday nights, and I remember the owners were Italian, and when my dad went to pay the bill, there was a guy, one of the owners, I guess, he would always call me Jim, you know, and we never corrected him. He probably called all the kids Jim, I don't know. But he'd always give me a candy bar. I'd get to pick out a candy bar, you know, for free. So that was a real highlight for me. But I just loved playing that jukebox. And, you know, like I said, in the beginning, I'd just play any. I didn't know what I was doing. I'd just put the money in and push a button. And then as I went on, but I always remember what is it? These Boots Are Made for Walking by Nancy Sinatra. I used to play that one a lot. So it was around that time period, because that was on the jukebox, and this was on the jukebox. But I used to always, you'd get like 3 for a quarter, I think it was. And that restaurant, I think it closed in 1985, early 1985, I think it was. and I went the last night it was open just to go there. Of course, they didn't remember me because I was all grown up then. But here's another one. Looks like somebody took a bite out of that. Oh My Soul, or Ooh My Soul, Little Richard, True Fan Mama. And these other ones, they don't have sleeves. I have La Bamba by Richie Valens and Donna. I like those songs. And this is like a real old country music song. I loved it. It's called Kentucky. I can't find it on YouTube anywhere. It's by the York Brothers, whoever they are. But it's called Kentucky. And I loved it because I live in Kentucky, but it's a real, real country song. I don't know how you describe it, but don't know much about the York Brothers, and this song is nowhere to be found on YouTube, but it's one of the ones that I liked. And last but not least, I gotta get my album. I'm gonna go get my album here. Okay, get my album. Those are all the records, so here is my album. Bill Haley and the Comets. Yeah, that is my album. I used to play this album over and over and over and over and over, and I really love all the songs on there. There's a lot of great songs. This thing's heavy too. It's thick. But that is my album, Bill Haley and the Comets. Alright, that's my roots. Like I said, this is what started it all for me, the records I listened to over and over and over and over and over, and started me on my path to discovering the Beatles and loving other music. And I like a little bit of everything pretty much, but this is what started it all, and that's what I mean by roots, and that's what my playlist is. And check it out. Those songs are great. They really are. And I still love them now, over 40 years later. Getting close to 50 years. But anyway, thanks for watching, and leave me comments, ask me questions, whatever you want to do. Tell me to quit doing these videos. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was looking. My last one I did, John Lennon, it's like, what does everybody have against 45s? I did, maybe I put them up too soon together, I don't know. But my John Lennon album video got 70 or whatever it is. And then the 45s have got like 25. It's like, what does people have against John Lennon 45s? I don't know. But I posted one on Friday night and one on Saturday. Maybe that's why. But it's just strange, when my John Lennon 45s has got some of the lowest views of any of my videos. I mean, that video I put up of how do I get rid of this stupid thing has got 3 times as many views as the John Lennon 45s. It's like, what does people have? It's like, does people have something against John Lennon 45s? Or maybe I'm just boring everybody to death and nobody wants to watch my stuff anymore. I don't know. But, by the way, I still can't get rid of that stupid thing on my channel. So it's still there. I can't get rid of it. And I guess it'll be there forever. So, but, go watch my John Lennon watch my John Lennon 45s video. It's pretty bad. It only got 25. So, and I'll do some more of these if you watch this. Well, this one will probably get 3 views, but anyway, wanted to do my roots and tell you about that, and thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks everybody, and thanks for the comments and everybody that subscribes and all that good stuff. So take care, and thanks. Bye.